Hello, my name is Jo Hodge. I'm a first-year PhD student from Dundee, Scotland. My research is funded by the Arts and Humanities Research Council. I'm studying at Dunkirk Johnson College of Art and Design, which is a faculty of Dundee University. Today, I'm going to present my paper, Connected Clothing, exploring the redefinition of fashion design through wearable technologies. So, what does this mean? Well, my current research focus is at the intersection of communication, connection, and emotion. I aim to use wearable technologies and smart textiles to create clothing which will help facilitate conversations and strengthen the bonds of relationships in a mindful way while the subjects are lacking in physical contact. Today, I'm going to introduce you to my research and talk you through the main reasonings of why this research is important, and where I believe my research will fit and fill the gap in knowledge within the emerging field of wearable technology and smart textiles. I will summarise some of the methods that I've used so far within my research, which were a way of generating, analysing and storing data. These were mainly knowledge swatches, visualisations and categorising and tagging data. I will then go on to briefly outline an agenda for future research focusing on the potential of the emerging area of wearable technologies and smart textiles as tools to instill personal connections and bonds through clothing design. I stated that I wish to produce mindful communication clothing. So, what is mindful communication, and how can these methods of mindful communication enhance and nurture long-distance relationships? Well, to be mindful of something, according to Williams, is to have a complete awareness and understanding of a situation, experience, or process. To be truly mindful is to have unimpaired focus and achieve complete concentration on a current activity. Therefore, mindful communication, I believe, is to have the ability to completely focus on the exchange of emotion and the information that is being shared between two people. I propose that these mindful methods of communication, which should be multisensory, can enhance and nurture long-distance relationships by simulating body-to-body contact through stimulating multiple senses through a single communication channel. As Jane Wallace stated in her 2007 paper, Emotionally Charged, a practice-centred inquiry of digital jewellery and personal significance, wearable technologies are fast-emerging phenomena. However, much research in this field tends strongly towards the technology-driven and market-orientated. What I am proposing through my research is to change the focus of these new communication technologies, from being focused on the efficientness of data transmitted and shift it to the quality of the data being sent. At this stage, I would like to suggest that the word data be exchanged for the word emotion, as I feel that the word data seems cold and mechanical. It does not describe the meaning, feelings or emotions behind the communication or message being sent, which for personal communication is a very important factor, if not more so than the actual information being shared. Okay, so what is the purpose of using clothing that integrates wearable technologies and smart materials? Well, by using clothing that integrates wearable technologies and smart materials, we have the ability to stimulate multiple senses at once, providing a multimodal method of transmitting data that can simulate togetherness when togetherness is not possible. I feel that this system of communication could help answer the question raised by Agamalilis: how can we bring back intimacy in communication technologies? That by utilising these new emerging technologies and working cross-disciplinary to integrate them into wearable garments could offer an alternative to the current forms of one-way dimensional communication that we use today, such as email, phone calls and text messages, which focus mainly on the visual or audio aspect of data transmission. While these types of communication are well suited to the business world due to their fast, efficient and reliable nature, they are somewhat lacking when it comes to more personal communications. Even web-based live video chat such as Skype, which offers a two-dimensional mode of communication, again focuses on visual and audio communication and not on any of our other senses such as touch, which is a major factor in communicating the feeling of intimacy. Physical touch is a key factor in emotive communication, so where body-to-body communication is not possible due to physical separation, it is important to simulate this physical connection through other means. Therefore, I propose that wearable technologies and smart textiles integrated within clothing design are the future of communication technologies. This is because clothing has a close proximity to the body and in many cases direct contact with the skin. So if a communication technology had the opportunity to stimulate multiple senses at once, especially physical touch, clothing offers the perfect platform for delivery. Since humans learn and respond through sensory experiences, according to Barker, it is therefore important to stimulate these senses through physical touch when designing an emotive communicator. While visuals are an important factor in creating an initial attraction, Poppyrev et al. State that the feelings of closeness and intimacy are developed and enhanced through physical touch. This is curious because, as previously stated, most current and emerging communication technologies focus on visuals and sound, such as the mobile phone, Skype, email, and text messaging, and not on touch. To achieve a more thoughtful embodiment of the physical intimacy achieved from face-to-face interaction, communication must evolve and shift to be tailored to meet the user's needs, becoming more multisensory and in particular emphasizing tactile connectedness. So, what is the need for these new types of communication? Well, there is an emerging context for this research that embraces increasing remoteness and distance in human relationships, the development of technologies to deal with this phenomenon, and doctoral research in craft, fashion, and design that is exploring wearable technologies. Essentially, this research addresses the need that arise from increasing pressures from people to work away from home over short and long-term durations. There is therefore a need to enable people, mainly partners and family members, to communicate in an intimate way over distances, allowing them to connect and maintain the bonds whilst apart. So, within a market framework that is focused on function over beauty and connectedness, there is an opportunity to develop intimate communication devices for the consumer, and in doing this to create a new direction for textile clothing products. This being said, in order for me to begin looking at the redefinition of fashion design through wearable technologies, it was important to firstly explore other contemporary practices and research and to evaluate if this is a viable approach. So I conducted a review of related research and creative practice within the field, which was first mapped visually as a means of identifying relevant typologies of practice. This visualization was used to plot out various contemporary practices within the field of interaction design, focusing on wearable technologies and smart materials. The research and creative practice exemplars came from varying investigations into current technologies, firstly from thesis work such as Jane Wallace's Sometimes and Blossom projects and Jenny Chowdhury's Intimate Controllers. Secondly, from conceptual ideas such as Distance Labs' Mitsugoto, Jennifer Darmore's Ping project and Alexander Reeder's Butterfly Dress. And thirdly, from marketable products such as Cute Circuit's Hug Shirt, Exmover's Exmo Baby Grows, and Joanna Montgomery's Pillow Talk. As well as identifying these projects, I started to map them out and categorize them to understand where my research could fit and contribute something new and unique to the field. I started with a very simple 4-axis graph, and projects were categorized and plotted due to whether they were soft, an emotive communicator, or hard, a numeric or pure data communicator. They were also categorized into whether they were a two-way communicator, allowing information to flow both to and from the device, or if they were a one-way communicator, allowing data to flow only one way. This helped me to focus my attention and locate where my main interest within remote communication lies. As you can see, my focus will be situated within the top left-hand quadrant, where soft communication meets two-way communication. This is the area that I believe holds the most potential for wearable communications, because it will allow a two-way flow of information and will do this within a way that fits with the flow and rhythms of our bodies. As well as mapping out my research, I also made key projects and information into knowledge swatches. Knowledge swatches are a simple and flexible tool used to capture and make sense of research information as part of a design research process. The Knowledge Swatch tool was developed by Hazel White and graduate design students at the University of Dundee to catalogue, make sense of, and to share design research in a useful format. Knowledge swatches were used as a method to catalogue, analyse and synthesise information in a creative and dynamic way during the design process that was shareable and tangible with diverse project stakeholders. They were used to further analyse and categorise the research and practice presented in the last visualisation. They consisted of key information and images concerning the research mapped and offered a visual library of information. The knowledge swatches offer a clear snapshot of a project by identifying key visuals and information which can be used quickly to identify if a specific piece of design research is relevant to the study. This essentially categorises the data into an efficient way of data selection. So previous work focused on the field of smart materials, communication and clothing design. I experimented with innovative technology, recycled materials and unusual forms, and created through these interactive garments that provoked conversations, body awareness and intimate touch. The work was invited for exhibition at the New Media Scotland Cryptic Nights event at the Centre for Contemporary Arts in Glasgow. The expertise developed enabled me to develop my ideas further through feedback received at the event. This highlights the importance of prototyping, user testing, analysis of user feedback and redesign before arriving at final prototypes, and this became an integral part of my methodology. The content of this paper builds on the earlier work into communication garments, along with the understanding of and empathy within mindfulness to further extend the limits of this thinking and technology. The previous research placed importance on participant interaction, emotions, and situations, and adapting of research methods to suit the individual's wants, needs, and desires. By utilising this methodological approach, future research will use this thinking as a focus to explore wearable technologies within fashion design in order to facilitate communication over distances between intimate partners and close family members. Therefore, the aim for the subsequent research will be to establish a new mode of communication, utilising fashion and textile design methods and qualities as tools to develop emotive communication devices that will be differentiated from their product design counterparts through the methodology used. The relevance and value of these new communications will be backed up with evidence that they will aid emotive communication through these new design methods. The success and potential of these types of communication methods will be explored and analysed, showing the market value of these products. This in turn will be evaluated with the intention to develop prototypes of instant wearable communication devices which will empathise directly with the individual's needs and unique situations and be tailored accordingly. Current experiments and design ideas include a selection of accessory-based and toy-based products from the Pigeon Post project. The tweeting toys and Skyping scarves can be seen in Manchester next week at Future Everything. These products use QR codes and RFID tag technology to connect to internet-based communication sites such as Twitter, Skype, Flickr and blogs. This is an instant way of opening up communication portals, perfect for children or people who are not comfortable with the internet, to quickly and conveniently access and communicate with their loved ones online. This is a design experiment that hopes to understand and show the need and potential of customised and tailored communications based on the individual's needs. So in conclusion, I've presented my argument for future exploration into the use of wearable technologies to connect people remotely in an emotive way through clothing design. I've highlighted the need for these new types of mindful communication methods within clothing design and suggested how they can be used as tools to enhance and nurture long-distance relationships through the use of wearable technology and smart materials. I've drawn on the research that examines the need for these new garments as enablers of communication, and I've considered how they could be tailored to meet the individual's needs. I've outlined the key area where this future knowledge will be positioned, and have also put forward the case for the development and integration of wearable technology within fashion design. I hope that I've highlighted the need for potential future study into the field of wearable technologies as a mode of communication devices, and that I have ignited your interest into what I feel is the future of communication. Thank you for your time.